2 days before I'm supposed to fly out, just to check in and to make sure that everything is okay, because there's not really a contract involved with the place that I was staying at, so it kind of felt a little sketchy. I think you just get really blindsided by opportunities, especially in that situation. So I texted them and I said, where should I meet you? Like, when do I get a key? How does this work? Just like touch base, right? Thank God I did this, because when I start texting them, they're like, well, we already double booked. We actually don't have spots for you right now. Didn't give me any definite answers.
I mean, I'm like literally having a panic attack.
God, my brain like never works. And the fact that these people are like, yeah, you don't have a place to stay now, it's a little terrifying. So I've learned this new mechanism. When I get super, super stressed out and things go wrong, the best way to handle it is stay fucking calm. So I became really assertive, really fast, kind of didn't have any other choice, and I was like, you know what? I am not gonna like miss out on this opportunity. So I went on Roomster, paid for like a membership for like a couple hours, and then I got a direct message from like almost
like, I would say like kind of like an angel.
In my eyes, like I see it like that. I don't know how you would see it, but basically it was this producer out in LA who had a house, who was renting it out to girls, and it was a beautiful house with a decent rent, and was a month to month. So it would give me a chance to kind of network and put myself out there and really see like the opportunities that were available. When you're trying to get a job and you don't live somewhere, it's like extremely difficult. So it's important to be where you are trying to get a job. Like, they'll ask for the address, they'll ask for so many different aspects. So that's something that I ran into. Maybe you won't, but just trying to give you a heads up. So I ended up moving in with my landlord and 3 other girls, and it was honestly like such a blessing. The fact that I found them, and then who the people ended up to be, like the kind of souls they had, the kind of hearts they had, like the kind of minds they had, like they're just so beautiful, such beautiful human beings, and I just freaking lucked out. Like, it was just incredible. I'm in the mindset, and I'm like, I am going to approach this in a different manner than most photographers or most people. I'm going to use my connections and my looks to get in the door and to network with people, to establish a relationship, and then to establish my value as an artist. It was a great plan.
Right? I know, I think of everything.
Well, I didn't realize how unappealing that world is to me. And I didn't realize that really networking and really succeeding in an industry like the one that I want to be in means putting yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, that you don't believe in or agree with, being surrounded by
so many different aspects of like negativity and jealousy and just fake.
I'm talking about the kind of fake that like people just don't give a shit. I mean, if you're from California, I think it's like a little bit different, but most people come to California to make it. So they're not actually from California. So they put up this facade that they have to be somebody that they're not in order to like be established in like the industry. It's really hard to have a conversation at these places, and you just kind of like get lost in everything because I think you just so badly want to be accepted and treated like a human being. I want to say 2 weeks in, I was over it. I like had to change my entire plan because I just like didn't want to be a part of that world. One of my best friends from elementary school lives out in California. She's like more of that eclectic vibe, like hangs out with artists. She's a costumer. So goofy and so different, so unique. So we went to this other side called like Silver Lake and Echo Park, And it's just a cool vibe, right? It's like up and coming artists, up and coming photographers, like people who just recognize that you can be authentic in the struggle and stay true to your art. Like, I don't know, I just
vibed so much more well.
I just vibed a lot better with that kind of atmosphere, and I just met so many genuine, beautiful, kind, amazing people. And truly one of the reasons why I like really wanted to stay in LA is because I could see myself growing with this group of just beautiful, gifted, talented people. People don't really talk about that. Like when they talk about California, they kind of talk about like the negative aspects of it, but there are so many beautiful aspects. Like there's so many talented people out there, and if you have the right mindset, you can create some of the most beautiful projects, some of the most beautiful pictures, some of the most beautiful like creations. When you get in with that right crowd, it's incredibly inspiring, and it's incredibly meaningful to like meet people in like such a strange place that has the same kind of views as you. But during that time, like out of nowhere, I got like extremely sick. I don't know what it was. I wish that the doctor could have told me, but the doctor told me that I had this and I had that and blah, 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 and did all these blood tests and nothing came back. And I just like got increasingly weaker. Like, I mean, to the point where like I couldn't go anywhere. I was in bed every single day for like 10 days, could not move. Just like so worried to ask like my roommates or ask like my best friend because I didn't want to inconvenience them, because I was like absolutely at the point where it was like really scary. Crawling towards my phone trying to call like the ambulance because I like was so hungry and like so deprived of like everything to do with nutrition, and I couldn't eat anything, and like sleeping was like really painful, and I was just like at this breaking point. I'm still dealing with like the issues of like getting healthy again and getting back to the point where I feel comfortable doing all these things that I used to do. And I know I sound super dramatic, and I probably like, you're probably like thinking, oh my god, like shut up, right? Like there are so much worse people, and I totally recognize that. And the thing is like, when something like that happens to you, like my family stepped in. My family was there for me. My friends were there for me. Like people had my back. And like I've had situations where I needed a friend, but like this is the kind of situation that like I really recognized like what was the most important thing. And it really is like the relationships in your life, and it's your family, and it's being there for someone. I think that along this journey of like me figuring out who I am as a creative artist, I've really lost the meaning of like what life is about. When I started photography, it was because I wanted to show my friends how beautiful they were, and the way that I see them is differently than the way they see them, and photography was a way for me to like literally give them like visuals of how I perceive their beauty, and it was so meaningful and so powerful. And I think I just lost it with like my greed and my selfishness and my desires and my petty outlook on life and what I wanted. I've decided, well, I did decide, I wanted to come home. And I felt like I didn't go out to California for the right reasons, and I wasn't in that place where I was whole. Most people, like, when they admit failure, like, they're really, like, sad about it, and I'm actually, like, not sad because I feel like everything happened for a reason. Most people find, like, negativity in, like, failure. And from this whole experience, I just feel grateful, and I just feel so blessed, and I feel so loved, and I feel like I have authentic, good, genuine, kind-hearted, selfless people in my life. And those people, like, make my heart happy, therefore inspire me to be the best version of me. Eventually, I'll go back to California, definitely. I mean, it's amazing. It's so inspiring. It's everything I dreamed of. But there's something about home, and there's something about just, like, making the small things matter and really focusing on that. Since I've come back, I feel like I just recognize the things that really matter, and I'm trying harder, and I'm being a better version of me, and I'm putting my health first. And I just wanted to make this video basically to let you know, like, failure provides opportunity to succeed. Because if you didn't know how to fail, then how do you know when you succeed? You know? As cheesy as that fucking sounds really bad, actually. But it's just true. And I've failed so many times in my life in so many different avenues that I've explored. And so I would say I'm a class A failure in many aspects. But it's not the failure that, you know, makes you weak. It's the point when you give up. It's the point when you forget why you started, and you lose track of who you are and what you are trying to create. I hope that this can kind of give you insight to my journey to California, and I just want to let you know I will start making. Sometimes I don't speak English. It's like a problem. I will start making more videos. Definitely, that's something that I really want to work on. I'm gonna have a lot of shoots coming up. Gonna be doing a lot more things that I'm really passionate about, and I kind of want to share it with you. Whether I look stupid, whether my mom's the only one that watches the video or not, it's something that I feel like I can inspire one person, then it's meaningful. So, thank you for watching, and if you liked it, then I think down below you can like the video, or you can subscribe and check out some of my other stuff, because not everything's going to be me blabbing and talking about myself. It's actually going to be a lot of action of other people, or makeup, or hair, or all kinds of stuff. So yeah, thanks again, and sorry for the moody vibe. My first video, I really wanted it to be, I don't know, more moody, and I have no makeup on too, so it makes me look not as horrible. So yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope that you stay inspired. Thanks for watching.